Evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Gerard Piqué. He's just about the toughest opponent you can imagine when it comes to one-on-one tussles, Peter. Pretty much unbeatable in the air or on the ground. He's also very comfortable on the ball and quite adept at picking a pass, whether it be long or short.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view of his ability. Barcelona have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And the header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Now, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Piqué. Hoists it forward. And here's Messi. Coutinho. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Jordi Alba. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Well positioned to make that interception. He goes long. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Barcelona just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
And it's Messi. And the finish! Barcelona are experts at this stuff. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's played forward. Dembele. Dembele. Oh, real danger here. There are a few waiting for it. Big chance! And the follow-up. A real chance and a real let-off. Badu. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Plays it out to the flank. And they've been caught out here. 0-0 still, and little doubt about which manager will be the happier right now. Gets wrestled off the ball. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. And it's Dembele. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And that's been levered clear. Half-time getting close now. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Piqué very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Basha. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Longley gets it back. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substitutions taking place.
Basha. And he's has a hit! No, just couldn't quite turn it in.
Barcelona can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Longley. They get a throw in.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That's gone a long way up and away. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. And a shot! Danger averted for now. Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Cleared away. Messi. Philippe Coutinho. He's played him through. Going through. And Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Piqué gets rid without sophistication. Oh, what a ball! Dembele. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing. He's gone for goal! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Substitution on the field.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Number 16.
And he's there to clear it. Messi. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Substitution in progress.
Oh, he saved it! Oh, no, he misses from the spot.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
And it's been taken short. Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
He came in hard, very hard. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. The final 5 minutes. He's had a go! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Now it's Griezmann. Griezmann!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Piqué. Longley. Barcelona cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Griezmann. He's looked long this time. Going for goal! He's scored!
And the chances of winning a game that may have gotten away from you are always greater with characters like this player. A strong personality that has more than likely secured another big win. Barcelona are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Barcelona are making a change now.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Substitution.
Barcelona. And that's it. So it ends 1-0, an enthralling game and an agonisingly narrow defeat. Your reflections then, Jim?
Jordan were brave in standing up to much fancied opponents, and this can be a real source of confidence and a date to remember now.
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's got options out wide. And that is as far as they're going to go. Played out to the right. He gets past his man.
Zaragoza have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Hoists it forward.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
And it's played forward. Plays it over to the other flank. Keeps everyone guessing.
Oh, we don't even need to look at the stats, do we, Peter? 0 attempts, 0 goals, and excitement, forget it.
Beckham. Badu. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Keeper sends it forward, cuts it out, plays it out to the flank. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And the shot! There it is! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
And he's done it. It's a goal, thanks to... After 31 minutes is... number 9.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Forward it goes. Just brushed off the ball there. Badu. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, he's made sure that that won't get through. Has a pop! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Alvaro Tejero. Beckham. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And we hit half-time. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
And we're off again.
Jordan don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
Gets into some space. He can get that clear. Beckham breaks on here. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Tries to get it forward quickly. And he's on a charge. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. And now the breakaway. Oh, nice touch. He's got away. Looks to drop one in.
Jordan making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind from back to front. And this is something different.
Beckham. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Goes for the cross. He's dealt with that well.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must. Hits one! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Number 20.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Zaragoza are making a change now.
Substitution in progress.
Alvaro Tejero. Attempts to play it through. Could try cutting inside here. A chance to play it in. And it's played forward.
Zaragoza merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Done very well to intervene.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Out to the right. And help's available out wide. Tries to get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Hoists it forward. Badu.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Beckham. Shapes to shoot! And it's hoisted clear. So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good game to watch. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game...
Well, good evening to you, and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid, and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
The action has already started. And that has put a stop to that. Now surely! Plays it out to the wing. Gets into some space. Beckham. Ball's loose. Who's getting there?
Oviedo have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Driving on now. What can they conjure from here? Battles to win it back. Well weighted. He's had a look. Hits one! And he's done it!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
seperti.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Tries to locate someone up front. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's through the middle. Going through. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. A chance! That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. He's got away. Goes for the... Has a hit! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Oviedo can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Ball swung in. It is a corner, good chance. Tries to get it. Has a go! Oh, that is asking for trouble. And a shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's got through. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Has he picked him out?
1 minute at a time.
Shooting chance! And there's the end of the first half. Well, there we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Security staff for each
How
goal.
would you review the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Jordan going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Badu. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that's been levered clear. Can he dig out a shot? Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Badu. Loose ball, who's going to get there? And that has been clubbed away.
The attendance for this match was 29,950.
Well, that's where he wants it. Tries to get it forward quickly. Ball through needs to be good here. Gets away from his opponents. Turns and goes. Chance!
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Up to meet it! They've done it! They have come roaring back! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
After 68 minutes is number 14.
Oviedo grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, look, Peter, who knows what's about to happen from here? I doubt this will be the final score, though.
A real chance to break. He's one up, going for goal! In it goes! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Oviedo making another change here.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Tries to dink it in. He's had a shot! Cleared without complication. Gets it. Massive leap! It's there! Do not write them off! Back they come! Oh, an absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
After 78 minutes is number 20.
This is quite a battle.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Gets up to head it! It's got through and...
Oviedo merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Shot at goal! He's got away with one there. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Oh, well played, he saw that coming.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that's it. So nothing between them after all of that, and you can't really argue with the result. Neither manager too unhappy with the outcome, and the fans really well entertained. It's all square in the end. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Jordan can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up.
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works. It's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Tricky, but Karim Benzema. What impresses me about the Frenchman is his willingness to keep going for the team, even on days when it's not as fluid. And I think that has a knock-on effect, and it sets the tone for
Benzema! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Gets up to head it! And that's caused a worry or two.
Casemiro did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Sergio Ramos. Toni Kroos. Vinicius Junior. Benzema floats one over. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Tries to dink it in. Dangerous looking ball, but it's come to nothing. Nacho.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposite.
It's Benzema! Caught offside that time. And it's been taken straight back. Beckham. Decent looking ball. Badu! Goal! Reflections on the goal?
Well, his most important job there was to keep the shot down, and he did that without any problems. That's good concentration, you know.
Goal! After 23 minutes is number 20.
Madrid concede and find themselves unexpectedly behind. Toni Kroos. Well, it's a scoreline to raise the eyebrow. 1-0 to the underdogs. Out towards the flank. Casemiro. And it's Toni Kroos. Kroos gets it out to the wing. Nicely controlled. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that.
Too much elaboration and not enough penetration. No damage likely.
Done very well to intervene. Benzema. Benzema has a go! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Nacho. Madrid getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Vinicius Junior shoots! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
And he's done it! It's a goal, thanks to... After 43 minutes is... number 20.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, get your seatbelts on because this is showing all...
Has a pop!
Minutes has been indicated.
Chance to break. Vinicius Junior. There's the whistle for half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the teams level. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Second period then underway. Toni Kroos. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Kroos plays it out to the flank. Great leap! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Benzema simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Up to meet it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Sergio Ramos battles to win it back. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Madrid just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
Just brushed off the ball there. Rafael Varane, and it's played forward.
The attendance for this match was
Toni Kroos, played out to the right. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. It's anyone's ball. Forward it goes. Toni Kroos, great strength, too strong for his opponent. Hoists it forward. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Courtois gets it upfield. Out to the right. Look at the defender bombing forward. And that's been levered clear. And here's Nacho. Valverde. And it's Casemiro. Gets it back.
Madrid showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Tries to get it forward quickly. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Drilled in low.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Chance! And that would have been some goal.
Well, at least the crowd are appreciative of his efforts.
Madrid making consecutive changes here. It's going to be a double change then.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Casemiro. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, nobody is totally satisfied, but it was a more than decent game, a super watch, and it ends in a draw. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Jordan can take a lot from this. They were expected to be.
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. This place, simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works. It's still valid. And I think we're going to see it be successful here.
The action has already started. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That's their first effort on goal.
It was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it out to the wing. He's in! Driving on, he could shoot here! Good challenge, he just stood firm. A real chance to break. Hoists it forward. Gets it upfield, cuts it out. Defence has got rid of that. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And the counter is on. Floats one over. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's really drilled it. It's a goal kick. Nil-nil still, and little doubt about which manager will be the happier right now. Forward it goes. Oh, they can break here. He's pinged one through here. Mallorca get it back again. Nicely controlled. What an adventurous run from a defender. Badu. Nicely measured pass. And he's there to cut it out. He's through. And it's played forward. Ball through needs to be good here. Looks to play him in, but a minor communications breakdown. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Dashing forward at pace. He's through the middle. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? It's a loose ball. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Gets it back. Now a chance to break. A real chance if he can get through. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
And that's left him on the seat. Big chance! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
The attendance for this match was 29,000.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Out to the left it goes. Big chance, corner. Repelled by the keeper. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, getting to him quickly like that is paramount, or else he can hurt.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little...
Big chance! Has a pop!
Yeah, just thinking about the goalkeeper again, he really had to be at his best, didn't he?
That's a promising ball. Goes for goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Badu.
Jordan showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Forward it goes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Mallorca merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Number 16.
Just brushed off the ball there. Moments here from securing what would be a really commendable draw. Jordium, he's had a go!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Defenders on the back foot. Over to the left. Played into space out wide. There's no flag. Fires it in low. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And here's the chance to counter. And that's it. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Jordan can take a lot from this. They were expected to be